Alright everyone, welcome back to Miss Azrael's Gaming. And as you can see, our story is trending. In the last episode, we posted a story that was to get some information about why the Greenside Motel had been closed, because Adam had a key for room 31 and we could not get in there. The whole place was closed, even though online it said that it was open. Nobody really knows anything about it, except for Charlie was able to get in touch with a coworker of his, a friend, and he said that there was a man named Matthews that was working on some stories at the Greenside, and he eventually decided he didn't want to do it. He was done. He didn't want to take the stories anymore, and that it was something that would be right up Charlie's alley. So that implies it could be supernatural related, because Charlie writes scary stories, apparently. We also got another message from Nemos, and this time it was a video that showed Cleo and Dan, and I believe Thomas was in the car as well, and they were heading to the mine. So that tells me that that was when they got to Hannah, and she stands up at the end and she looks shocked that they're there, and I think that was when they got there. But the question is, why were our messages not going through? Why could we not communicate with our friends? Dan seems to believe that it is because of Jake, but I still don't think he would do that unless it was absolutely necessary or important, because that also cut us off from him as well, which that maybe he needed to do that because, he was being chased. So let's go ahead and jump into our story and see what is going on. Oh, God, 72 messages. Good Lord. Okay, so we've read that. Let's see what's new here. True crime. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, they took all my likes off. I'm so offended. Guys, I've Googled this and can't find anything. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so this was the last one. So somebody named Wasp said their uncle was supposed to have stayed there because he was going to visit them, and he didn't know if they got the work brain. He didn't know if his reservation had been canceled or something. So Wasp was going to call their uncle. Now this should be the start of the newer ones. It says universe redesign. If you have a bad dream at the Greenside Motel, it'll become a reality. And then they said true story. Somebody liked their message. They probably liked their own message, because they're the only one responding. Then we have Cassidy010. Didn't they just renovate the whole place? Okay, so Bear 1999 says, yeah, they started, yeah, but that was years and years ago. Hank Zero Toner, they probably ran out of money halfway through. Happens all the time. Lost at Sea. I heard they were closed down too, but the reason is always something different. Sometimes it's new owners, sometimes the town shuts them down, sometimes even murder. I don't know what to believe anymore. Then they said, edit, I didn't see the thing with the police tape. Okay, Black Eye 7. I've just come back from training and they're talking about nothing else. A Girl in the Fog. I bet this isn't the first murder at that place. Murder, are we sure it was murder? From Time Traveler. Soul Eater, maybe something happened while they were renovating. I mean, you might laugh, but accidents like that happen quicker than you think. Dee Dango, can none of you read? When the police sealed off the room, then that room is crime scene. That's obvious. We can quit with this accident nonsense. Okay, and what is that? Alan Moore, I don't know about you, but I've always thought the Greenside was kind of weird. Meet me at the gates. You're not alone. I had a job in there once years ago. I don't think I'm allowed to say too much about it, but I had a funny feeling the whole time. And then at the end of time, that profile picture looks slightly like unknown. And it says, they used to burn human bodies down in the old ovens in the basement. Is that so? Yes, it is. My great-great-grandma was still around when they did that. They always saw the fog in the forest, but it wasn't just fog, it was smoke from the oven. Okay, that sounds like you saw it in the movie. I think that's the story behind Sweeney Todd. These stories usually have some truth to them. I think it's worrying anyway, or what do you think? I'm not sure you should pay attention to stories like this one. I mean, it's probably not realistic, to be honest. But, sometimes stories like that, there's always like a grain of truth in them. They get exaggerated like over the years. And, there can usually be some small truth to it. So we'll go ahead and we'll say that one. Let's see if we get any more. Okay, fairy tale. Oh, this reminds me of back in the day. I always loved it when there was a new story going around. We were obsessed with them as kids. Okay, wasp. Okay, guys, I spoke to my uncle. Okay, nice. And any news for us? Great. What did he say? Come on, wasp. Don't leave us hanging. He doesn't know anything. He planned his vacation for somewhere else this year and never booked at the GS. Sorry, I wish I could have been more help. You suck. Oh, well, too bad. Never mind, it was worth a try. Damn. Anyone got any alternatives? I keep having a feeling that somebody is gonna pop out here and they're gonna have like something really weird or something like that. Shelly Cat. I heard something happened while they were renovating. Apparently they found something really bad. Right. A secret room? And what did they find? You're probably like, I don't know. I just heard they found something bad down there. The owner's lost wife bricked into the wall. Okay, well, that is possible because they said that a man killed his wife and put her in the bathtub. Now he could have bricked up the area. Warlord. Hey, Azrael, are you female or male? Why are you asking? And can't you tell by my profile pic and my name? Apparently you don't know who Az is. That's none of your business. Female, why? Neither. Male for you. Male, or M for male, you creep. Okay, female, why? I mean, I'm bloody little Red Riding Hood. You can't tell? New chat request. That picture looks familiar. Hi. How would they get our number, though? That almost kind of looks like similar to like a picture of Hannah or something one time. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game, but hello? Yeah, who are you? And how did you get my number? Sorry for just barging in like this, but I saw your story. Ah, okay. You mean the Greenside one? Yes, exactly that one. Well, I might have something that could interest you. And why are you sending me a DM? You're saying you know what happened there? Great, tell me. Well, I am curious. Why is this going to a DM? I just don't want the whole world to hear this. Why wouldn't you want anybody to hear it? Your story reminded me of something. Okay, so maybe something like not even with the motel? Can I ask what you're doing in Red Log? I heard it was a beautiful place. I wanted to visit someone just for business. I wanted to visit someone. I got friends here. And you're interested in Greenside, right? I understood that correctly. You're not just looking for a new hotel. Yes, that's right. Yes, I already have a place to stay. Let's go with yes, that's right. Growing up here, you hear a lot about the green side. Sure, most of it is total nonsense, but there are some stories that might have some truth to them. Yes, what do you mean? You haven't had a lot to do with GS yet, I can tell. Something weird happened to my mom at the green side back in the day. My dad told me this story years ago. I think he wanted to hold it against her somehow after the divorce, but never mind about that. I can tell you if you like. Okay, sure, that would be great if it's not too much hassle for you, only if it's not a violent story. That doesn't bother me. Yeah, so let's hear it. And it better be useful information. My mom used to work at the green side. Not really as a full-time employee, but just doing odd jobs after school. Yeah, I used to do that too. What exactly did your mom work as? A receptionist? I feel like you don't know. At first, she cleaned the rooms too, but I think she didn't have to do that anymore at some point. She loved the job at first. Her colleagues were great, her boss was nice, she even got paid pretty well, especially for the time. My dad said she would have probably stayed there forever. She was that happy. But then, I'm getting there. I can't just condense this story into one sentence, or you'd think I was totally crazy. I mean, you could try me, I've heard some crazy stuff. After a while, she noticed there was a room that was never occupied. And the key to that room was missing from the key rack. What room number was this? Was it 31? I can't remember after all this time. It's just too long ago. If you had to guess, was it a higher number? Could it have been number 31? Hmm. No, I think it had a 7. No idea, sorry. Anyway, she asked her boss, who gave her a short and simple answer. There were renovations going on in that room, which is why they couldn't rent it out. And that's also why the key was missing. Sounds logical. What kind of renovations? I mean, hotel being renovated. Nothing new there. So that would also explain why the key was missing if they're renovating it. Yes. But in all her time at the green side, my mom never noticed any renovations going on. And when the key was still missing after a few months, she asked her colleagues. But they couldn't give her a satisfactory answer either. They said they'd never rented that room out. The key had been missing for years, and that's the way it always had been. They urged her to leave it at that and not think about it anymore. Okay, that's odd. Okay, that's when I'd really start thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, I would, makes it a little more odd. Just people telling you to leave it at that. You can say that again. My mom's colleagues jokingly called it the lost room. But I doubt anyone back then really thought that was funny. Anyway. At some point, my mom switched to the night shift because the motel was quieter then, and that way she had more time to revise for her exams. But that's when things got really weird. She started to feel scared of the room, and that got even worse at night when she was all alone in the huge motel. Because she was sure that she heard strange noises coming from the room. What noises? Cracking and scratching noises. It was as if there was an animal locked inside the room that was trying to escape. Or a person. She felt ashamed and kept it to herself. She even avoided her colleagues because she believed they were talking about her behind her back. That must have gone on for a while, and she never found an explanation. Until one night, she fell asleep at the reception desk and was woken up by a strange noise behind her. She turned around and there it was, as if it had never been missing, hanging neatly between all the other keys on the rack. The key to the lost room. Okay, did she often fall asleep at work? That's scary. I mean, that's definitely weird. I could see somebody falling asleep because it is the night shift. What would you have done? Would you have taken it? Good question. No, no way. Yes, of course. I don't know. In reality, probably not. But also, I would be very curious at the same time, like, why the keys just now appeared. And the fact that I could be able to go into the room, I probably would have taken it. Because I would have to know. I'm too curious not to, but I would have had my doubts. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, I'd be too curious. Well, my mom also took it. My dad said she was very afraid, but didn't hesitate for a second. She could have waited for one of her colleagues. Well, not if they told her to forget about it. But she didn't. She took it and went straight to the lost room. That's pretty impressive. I'd have died of fright. I can understand her. Yeah, I can understand her. Yeah, so can I. Kinda. But I don't think I'd have taken the key. Like I said, my dad told me all this because he wanted to make her look bad. But it just had the opposite effect. Anyway, as I was saying, she went to the lost room. And when she reached it, she couldn't believe her eyes. There was a light on inside the room. Really? And that's when I'd have started running. Say, really? Oh, crap. That's my doorbell. Oh, no, you can't stop now. Sorry, I've got to go. One of my friends is picking me up. Sure, no problem. Can't you wait a little longer? What are you doing? I mean, I'm not going to question somebody yet. Okay, no problem. Tell me the rest later. I'm really sorry. Besides, if your friend was picking you up, why are you going to start this conversation now? If you want, I can send you a message when we're done and tell you the rest of the story. Sure, I'd like that. Oh, there's no need. Yeah, sure. I need to know what she found in the room. Great. Talk to you later then. Especially with Ash traveling to the motel. I need to know. Okay, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and get these mini games done, the bane of my existence, and I will bring you back in for the rest of the story. All right, everyone, we are back, and let's go and see our story is trending yet again. So let's scroll through this stuff. Okay, here's the mailer for. Okay, so Magic Maple. Don't you think this is strange? I mean, there's a crime basically at our doorstep and nobody knows anything. Serene, did you hear one of the windows in the west wing always got broken? Because people kept hearing shouts from the room. My friend told me we went there together, but we couldn't hear or see anything. Vera Carpenter, sorry, but I wouldn't go there for all the tea in China. The stories I heard about that place, thank you, I say, but no thank you. Baby Red Log, a murder at the Greenside Motel and the internet is silent. What happened here? Hashtag true crime, hashtag Red Log Pines, hashtag mystery. Nameless. Nothing good ever happens at the Greenside. The whole town knows that. Where the story begins, you've piqued my interest. I think I'll go and take a look for myself later. It's on my way anyway. And then, guys, important, who knows anything about RPPM 04? I mean, Room 04. Paco, the guys who did the refurbishing work found a skeleton in the walls. The owner went to jail because it turned out he did it. The skeleton was a customer who didn't want to pay. Okay, so Resurrection. That is 100% a fake story. That never happened. And the GS has had the same owner for the last 20 years, and nothing like that ever happened before either. You just thought of that story yourself, you pinhead. Umbrella 321 at Paco. Stop talking crap. The owner has enough on his plate, and you know it. Hank O'Toner. I mean, I don't mind ghosts as long as they pay their part of the room fee. Okay, and then Colorful Black. We went there once when we were kids. That was when they were doing these renovation works. We sneaked in one night and took a look around. Okay, so we need information from today and not from way back then. And did you find anything? Oh, that sounds exciting. So did you find anything? Might as well. Nobody else has anything. If you're talking about the secret room, then no, we didn't find it. One of us took his little sister along and she started crying pretty quickly, so we had no choice but to leave immediately, but it was very creepy, I can tell you. Okay, so still, nobody really has anything. Okay, Cloud Tracker. Many years ago, there was a series of unsolved murders in Red Log. The murderer had the whole town on edge, but the police never caught him. What if this has something to do with him? Yes, you're right, that might be an option. That sounds a little far-fetched to me. What makes you say that? There's no indication for that whatsoever. I mean, it could be an option. You never know. Okay, so Ash has messaged us. Right. She there yet? I'm at the motel. Okay, that took ages. Okay, that was quick. I mean, technically that was quick. You think so? Seemed like an eternity to me. Especially because I forgot about the division on the main road, or the diversion on the main road, and I got into a traffic jam. I'm on my way to Adam's room. It's like Charlie said, completely abandoned. Kinda spooky. Okay, that's not the first time I've heard that about Greenside. Did you see my story, by the way? I mean, that's not the first time I've heard it. Looks like a lot of people from Red Log are actually scared of the motel. There are a lot of stories out there. They're talking about skeletons inside the wall. Some of them were pretty scary. I think the Greenside is Red Log's own personal overlook. Yeah, they're talking about skeletons in the wall. Seriously? Mm-hmm. I was going to tell you, and that's one of the tamer stories. Well, Charlie mentioned it earlier. But I wouldn't pay too much attention to that. But don't you think it's strange? It's just there's so many of them, you know? Don't worry, I won't. I mean, there are a lot. These people are just busybodies. It's always like that when something bad happens somewhere. Then everyone claims to have seen something or other. Okay, so what do you think happened when they find out about Adam? You're right, sadly, still it's a suspiciously large amount. I mean, sadly, you're right. Especially when Adam, that comes out, there's going to be all kinds of stuff with that. We should keep an eye on them nevertheless. Well, I just thought I'd mention it. No, we should keep an eye out. Sure, definitely. I thought they'd refurbished this whole place a few years back. But everything looks like it always did. That was probably just another rumor. Sounds like you've been there before. Yeah, I heard the same. Yeah, a lot of people were saying that it was supposedly refurbished, but yet nothing changed. Yes, you did. I think Eric told me about it. Charlie mentioned it. Some people commented that on my story. I mean, we have heard that a lot in the story that people were talking about is supposedly supposed to have been refurbished. Maybe they only did work inside the rooms. Right, here I am. I'm in front of Adam's room. Hey. Didn't Charlie say before that the curtains were open? Yes, that's what he said. I can't really remember. Nah, I think he said it was because he said they were open and it was really dark in there. So, what, did he just say that? Why? Please don't tell me they've been drawn closed. Yes, they have. Maybe he just said that. Wait. I'll call you. Oh, nice.
Hey, I'm literally right outside Adam's room, and I think I hear something. Not sure what it is. It's super quiet, but it's definitely coming from in there. Hold on, I'll turn on the camera real quick.
It's music. Sounds like somebody's winding a music box.
You hear that?
Uh-oh. Behind closed doors was the achievement. That was wild. Okay, episode 2 complete. The next episode is currently being developed, coming soon. Oh, man. That that was good. And once again, they do have the reset and play again. They give you a little bit of a bonus of diamonds. I think if you pay a certain amount of money, it will reset it, but it gives you more diamonds. There you can subscribe to the newsletter, see the episode tracker, and then follow them on all the social media. So that's, oh wow, that was good. It kind of looked like Adam, in my opinion. Oh, that just goes right back to it. I was curious what that was, because I saw the question mark. I was like, wait a minute, what's a question mark? But yeah, that definitely looked a lot like Adam. Okay, so Behind Closed Doors finished episode 2 successfully. So we actually still have a lot of achievements I did not have. I might, go back and see how I feel about that. But I enjoyed this episode more so than the first episode. They definitely took all of our suggestions, that people had, because a lot of people weren't thrilled with the AI images that, were in the game, and, that there were no photos. You couldn't buy the premium pack, to let you not have to use diamonds to get everything, like the special conversations and photos and things like that. So I'm so glad Everbyte decided to do that, because it's back to the Duskwood level. If you watched my first episode, I talked about that, quite a bit, where it felt like MoonVale was like the first game that they ever did, and Duskwood was like would have been the second, because of the quality that Duskwood was. So it's definitely getting there, and I cannot wait for episode 3. I'm already ready for it, already beat it. But yeah, I cannot wait. I'm super excited. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought about the entire game. Your thoughts and theories, like who was behind the keyhole, who was that? Like I said, it kind of looked like Adam's eye, but I could be wrong, because it's his room. Who else is going to be there? But we have to wait for the 3rd chapter to come out. Definitely looking forward to it. Please leave me a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Bye.